The new 4K of Human Traffic has landed. 99 minutes of drugs, clubs, pubs, and parties. As someone who loves electronic music and club culture, yet didn't get the chance to experience much of this stuff directly, this movie holds a special place in my heart and is one of the few movies to really capture the club lifestyle accurately. It's a microcosm snapshot of Gen X characters in the Cardiff club scene of the late 90s, written and directed by Justin Kerrigan, and taken from his experiences as a club kid in that era. It has a similar kineticism and style to some of the big indie boom movies of the 90s, like Trainspotting and Run Lola Run, yet it carves out a unique identity of its own. Lots of cutaway gags to imagine scenarios, fourth wall breaking, voiceover narration, that kind of stuff. However, I think it has an appeal beyond just those who are into the hedonism of dropping pills and going mental on a dance floor. The characters are all clearly defined with their own sets of neuroses, and it speaks to the universal condition of trying to find some joy to cling to as youthful exuberance gives way to the cynicism of adulthood. Its closest American analog would probably be Groove, which came out around the same time, and that I have a similar appreciation for, though it's probably less well known than Human Traffic, but is a movie I'd like to do an analysis on for a future video. Human Traffic has had a fairly inconsistent life on home video, limited to a now out-of-print DVD release back in 2000, and apparently only officially coming out on Blu-ray in Germany well over a decade ago. BFI has seen fit to give this film new life on 4K. Despite my rather sizable physical media collection, this marks my first BFI release. They've done releases of some Bergman and Truffaut films in the past, and most recently have done some Kurosawa films. You can get this 4K of Human Traffic right now from Diabolic DVD and Orbit, as well as Amazon UK, which is where I got mine, for just under $40 to import it to the US. Taking a look at the package, we have a nice slipcover with all the usual text on the back. You can pause and take a look at all the special features and tech specs if you like. There's no reversible art. And inside, we just have a single 4K disc, no Blu-ray included, although BFI is doing a separate Blu-ray release for this as well. We also have a booklet with some essays, as well as some info on the special features and restoration and other credits. Moving along to the picture quality, BFI has restored this from the original camera negative and is presented in Dolby Vision. This footage is captured from the 4K, but it has been compressed and the HDR down-converted to SDR, so this isn't a one-to-one representation of this disc and is intended for demonstrative purposes. Having only previously seen this movie on DVD and streaming, this is quite a revelation watching it in 4K for the first time. Natural-looking film grain combined with a very nice boost in fine detail is obvious. This was a relatively low-budget film and director Justin Kerrigan's first full-length feature, so this isn't the slickest, most professional-looking movie ever. There's some mixed media elements going on, with some lower resolution use of stock footage and shots intentionally made to look like a late 90s news broadcast. Other filming techniques are used to accentuate the ecstasy bliss inside the club that I think were maybe shot with a digital camera and thus have some blocky pixelation. But all these elements are true to the source and baked into the final negative and are represented honestly here. For the most part though, the vast majority of this movie looks really great, very solid. Black levels are really deep and inky, and the Dolby Vision really comes to life in the club scenes with the colorful spots and stylistic lighting. The scenes bathed in red are very luscious, as red is one of the more difficult colors to display accurately with film, so the HDR really helps out here. The colors of the characters' clothes are bold throughout, and it all just really befits the energy and tone of the film. Bit rates seem to average around 90, so great work with the compression here, lots of room to breathe on this 100GB disc. I can't imagine there's any way to make this look better than it does on this disc. There's two sound options, DTS HD 5.1 and LPCM 24-bit 2.0. Both sound great. The numerous music cues really come to life here with lots of oomph, especially in the club scenes. Lots of special features that I didn't have time to dig into, both new and archival. Again, reference the earlier portion of this video for a breakdown of what's included. But if you're a special features hound, there's enough here to get your money's worth. So yeah, that about wraps it up. Always happy when a somewhat obscure cult classic gets the 4K treatment, especially when that cult classic has a lot of music that I've loved my whole life. Also nice to see a label like BFI, who deals in more stereotypical prestige cinema, recognize the importance of quirkier fare like this and give it no less love than they do for bona fide classics and top 100s. So yeah, this is a stellar upgrade on all technical fronts. This is a must-buy for fans. Very happy to have it in my collection. I said, nice one, brother.
Nice one, brother.